I wondered how I was going to open, and these things just get shown to us. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. And went to get on the plane out of Kalispell. It's a little tiny plane with 2 seats on either side. And just before, I was the last person to board, and they had some sort of a security thing going on, so they held me at the gate for like 10 minutes. So I'm the last person to go on the plane. And when I walked up, now the seat configuration is 2 and 2. And when I walked in, there was a lady sitting in the window seat. This is the last seat open. And when she looked at me, I knew she was not pleased at her choice of a seatmate. And she looked at me and she smiled, but her eyes didn't smile at all. And so we get up in the air, and I'm sitting there, and she didn't say anything. And we get up in the air, and she said something like, "Where are you flying to?" And I said, "I'm going to Nashville." And I said, "How about you?" And she said, "I'm also going to Nashville." And I said, what are you doing? She said, "There's some big dental conference here, and I'm going to a dental conference." She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm going there for Anytime Fitness. And that was the end right there, you know. And then it's like 2 or 3 minutes later, she goes, "So do you own one of those?" I said, "No, I don't." You know, I go back to my book, and then she says, "Well, do you make equipment?" No, I don't. And I realized where she was going with this. And she said, "Well, what are you doing?" And I said, "Have you ever been to Anytime Fitness?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, when you go into any of their clubs, you see there's a before and after shot of a person." And I said, "I am the before shot." And I said, I'm a professional before shot. I said, "You know, in the dental business, you know, you have before and after." "Oh, I've seen those." "Yeah, I am for Anytime Fitness." And she goes, "How did you get that? How did you get to do that?" And I said, "Well, you disregard anything about nutrition and exercise. You basically have to just kind of," and I said, "It's hard sometimes. I mean, there's times when I don't want to eat, but I have to. And I really want to work out, and there's time, but I don't." And it's a lifestyle choice. And she looks at me and she goes, "You're kidding me, aren't you?" "I am." And we sat and visited, and the whole rest of the trip, she was laughing, we had fun. She went to leave. When she walked off the plane, she said, "Mr. Gard, I have not had more fun on a flight in years." And I told her, I said, "Me too." I said, "This was fun." And I told her I can't wait to share that message with the folks at Anytime Fitness, because the bottom line with all this is how we perceive people, how we look at them is incredibly important. Don't you agree? When you see Mary now, and you look at Mary when she started, do you look at her any different? And when we look at people, do you look them in the eye and make a connection with them? You have the the fastest franchise in the world, and your question isn't, can I coast now? Your question is, how can I get better? How can I grow? And how can I take over this market where we're outnumbered 1,000 to 1? This is what I want to share with you. I'm going to give you the keys to the castle today. We're going to talk about how to use humor as a business skill. And as Britney Spears said, it's not rocket surgery. It doesn't have to be complicated. I just think that what we want to do is turn our perception just a little bit, and learn to see things differently.